Hey, we're at my father's place live, and we're in a recessed area while the television show is being produced. And I was lucky enough to get Taz. So welcome to Live at my father's place.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right. I saw you play here live, and I was just completely blown away at your awesomeness. So.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and thanks so much for coming out.
All right. So I had to ask you, there are all kinds of people that do everything. Lawyers, accountants, guitar players, but then there's always like one or two people who are just like off the charts. When did you kind of know that you had a special talent?
Well, I knew that I had a special talent when people really started to listen to me, and really the internet was a great place. People gave me kind and encouraging words on sites such as Facebook and Instagram and YouTube as well, and I've just been so happy with all the support that I've gotten, and that really made me realize that, wow, maybe there's something here that I can work with.
Now, you've played with some amazing people. I mean, I think when I was in our office downstairs, your name came up, and they said, you got to check this out. And someone put it on YouTube, and I think the first thing I saw was you and Buddy Guy playing.
Yeah, that was a crazy experience, too. And Buddy's such a nice guy, and I'm so thankful for him for bringing me up as well.
So how did that occasion arise? I mean, obviously you just didn't walk on.
I mean, actually, it's kind of a fairy tale. So I was, it was after a School of Rock the Musical show, because I was in School of Rock the Musical on Broadway, and I saw on my phone, actually on an Instagram ad, that Buddy Guy and I think it was Buddy Guy and Jeff Beck were playing at the theater at Madison Square Garden, and I was like, Dad, we should go to this. So he was like, okay. So I literally was sitting in the audience, and Buddy Guy does this thing where he goes into the audience and plays, and like with his wireless thing, and like plays guitar and rips a solo while walking all around the audience. And he saw
I've seen
me.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, he saw me, didn't know who I was, like grabs my hand and like tries to strum it on the guitar, like put the pick in my hand and like physically strum it, like holding my arm. And I was like, Buddy, I can play, because I knew he was gonna do that. I knew he was gonna come around, so I made sure I was strategically placed there. And he was like, all right, be on the stage in 5 minutes. That I did not expect.
Wow.
And then he literally called me up from the audience. I didn't think he was gonna remember, but 5 minutes go by. I'm sitting in my seat. He's like, where's that kid? And I run up to the stage. I climb up the stairs, and he hands me a Strat, and I play, and then I get off.
Wow, because that's a great video. I saw it.
It was a pretty crazy thing. It was really fun though.
Who else have you? I've seen you play with a number of different people, but who are some of the people that you remember that you played with? I can't remember them specifically, but who else have you played with of note on stage?
Well, there's a couple. I've played with people: George Porter Jr., Dumpster Funk, Derek Trucks, Warren Haynes, J-Mo, Gregg Allman, Butch Trucks of all of the Allman Brothers, Oteil, Burbridge. I played with Eric Krasno, Soul Live, Lettuce, Lady Gaga. I played with Slash. I played for Bruno Mars, Stevie Nicks, and a bunch of others, and that I can't remember right now.
Now I do remember. I think I recall seeing you on YouTube, and that had. I remember definitely seeing Gregg Allman. What was that like?
That was crazy too. I had just gotten off of the Ellen show. I was on my flight back from that whole experience, and it turns out that Gregg Allman was watching the live show, and he called my dad, and I didn't think that. I was literally getting off the plane at LaGuardia at that point. Literally getting off the plane at LaGuardia. Like I said, my life is it's amazing. And I'm so thankful and fortunate. But my dad gets a phone call, and he hands it to me, and it's Gregg Allman. He wants me to play in Daytona with him in Florida. So we flew down to Florida right before I was about to go on Jam Cruise, which is a musical cruise that I was about to play on, and I played with him at the State Theater there, and it was another amazing time. Wow. And it was crazy.
And what was it like to play Warren Haynes? That must have been pretty interesting too.
Yeah, I played with Warren Haynes. That was absolutely nuts too. I've gotten to play with him 3 times. One time was on that Jam Cruise right after. A second time was with Colonel Wright at Colonel Bruce's birthday party at the Fox Theater in, I think, 2017. or maybe it was 2016, where I got to play with him there, and that was an amazing night. And one other time that I cannot remember right now, but it'll pop up in my head. But I remember. Oh yeah, it was Christmas Jam last year, 2017, and I remember just having so much fun, and it was really a great time.
So who decides, or how is it decided, what songs you're going to play when you're playing with some of these like really incredible virtuosos? Like, who decides what
it's never me. Yeah, they'll say, "Oh, play this song," and I learn it, and then I play it.
So, what did you grow up listening to? Who did you listen to growing up? As far as music or acts, do you remember the first music you ever purchased?
I didn't purchase it like I didn't like go to a record store and like myself and go purchase it because my parents are super overprotective. They would never let me do that. At least when I was like a 7-year-old but I mean, as soon as I was out of the womb, there was Allman Brothers being played in my house. And my dad has like over like 300 records, and he was always playing them on his record player and playing me, interactive movies of Eric Clapton and all these guys, Santana. So it was just, I don't remember specifically what the first thing that was played for me. I think it was Allman Brothers, some way, somehow. But I believe it to be. But, I mean, that's the music that I most enjoy. But it was some kind of rock music.
Now, are you a rock guy? Are you a blues guy? Are you a little bit of both?
I'm a little bit of everything. I love the poppy stuff. I love the stuff that people are making right now. I love the EDM. I love the rock, the blues, the funk, the psychedelic, all of it. There's beauty in all of the music.
So when you write music, how does your songwriting process work for you? You walk around with blank pads. You walk around with
I don't do any of that. And thankfully, there's something called a smartphone which has a note thing in it, and also a voice memo. So there's a variety of ways that I write songs. Mostly, I'll be walking I'll be probably in first period at like 7 a.m. at school, and I'll think of something and it'll just go bam, like that, snap of my fingers, and I've got a thing in my head. So I ask my teacher, "Can I go to the bathroom?" She's like, "Yeah." And I'm in there, and I write down all the lyrics as fast as I can in my notes in my phone, and I sing it a little bit in the bathroom on my voice memos, and then I go home and I pick up my guitar as soon as I get there and I finish it. And that's how it's been going, normally just totally organic. But I'm finding it hard to like actually sit down and like go and write a song, like saying I'm gonna write a song today. Like that's not how it's usually went. It's usually like it'll come up. It
just pops into you.
Yeah, but I'm working to be able to do that. It takes a lot of practice to just be able to sit down and write a song.
All right. So, in your bathroom at school, is there like a little sign that says "Incredible hits were invented here," or should there be a sign that says that?
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, it's usually it could be like usually like I'll ask my teacher to go to the bathroom to write it, but it could be walking in the halls, on the way to another class. It could be in gym class or something like that. That's what the last song was. So. But it's also, like, I've written songs over the summer, so, like, obviously there's no school. So it'll just pop up in my head, and I'll just write it.
All right. Social media, where can we find you? Where I know you have tons of stuff, but where can we find the bulk of your stuff?
Instagram, Brandon Neiderauer, at Brandon Neiderauer. You can find me at tazguitar.com. That's where all my tour dates are. Brandon Taz Neiderauer is the name of my Facebook page. Neiderauer Music, at Neiderauer Music is my Twitter, and I think that's all we have right now.
Can you spell Neiderauer for the people who are spelling impaired?
Brandon Taz Neiderauer is spelled BrandonTazNeiderauer.
All right. And so what was it like when you played at my father's place? How was the sound here?
It's great. I mean, it's a great club. Love playing it every single time. Played it twice. Crowd's really responsive, and just a great time, and it's a great night for anybody who wants to come and listen to great music.
All right. And I can attest to that, so thank you very much, and I will be at the next show, probably in the middle, rooting you on.
All right, cool. Thanks so much.
Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.